Once upon a time, in a serene temple nestled deep within the mountains, there lived a wise and revered Zen master named Master Wu. People from far and wide sought his guidance and wisdom, for he possessed the ability to impart profound teachings in the simplest of ways. One day, a troubled young man named Zhang approached Master Wu with a heavy heart. Zhang had always struggled with controlling his emotions, often finding himself overwhelmed by anger, sadness, or anxiety. He felt trapped by these intense emotions and sought a way to break free from their clutches. Master Wu listened attentively to Zhang's concerns and smiled gently. He understood the young man's struggle all too well, for even the most disciplined minds could be overtaken by turbulent emotions. Master Wu decided to share a secret technique that had helped him overcome this very challenge. "Zhang," Master Wu began, "I will teach you a practice that requires only 7 minutes of your day. If you commit to it wholeheartedly, you will gain mastery over your emotions." Intrigued, Zhang eagerly agreed to learn this transformative practice. Master Wu instructed him to find a quiet space each day, preferably in nature, where he could sit undisturbed for 7 minutes. Zhang was to close his eyes, take deep breaths, and focus his attention on the sensation of his breath entering and leaving his body. "At first," Master Wu explained, "your mind will be filled with thoughts and emotions, pulling you in different directions. It is natural, but do not be discouraged. Each time you notice your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back to your breath." Zhang nodded, understanding the simplicity of the task at hand. He thanked Master Wu and left with a renewed sense of hope. Days turned into weeks, and Zhang faithfully practiced his 7-minute meditation every day as instructed. At first, his mind was filled with a whirlwind of emotions, making it difficult to focus on his breath. But Zhang persisted, patiently bringing his attention back to his breath each time. Gradually, as the days passed, Zhang began to notice a subtle shift within himself. He found that the more he practiced focusing his mind for those 7 minutes, the easier it became to observe his emotions without being consumed by them. He felt a newfound sense of calm and clarity, free from the chains of emotional turmoil. One sunny morning, Zhang returned to Master Wu, his face radiant with joy. "Master," he exclaimed, "your teachings have transformed my life. I am now able to control my emotions. I can observe them without being overwhelmed." Master Wu smiled warmly and patted Zhang on the back. "You have discovered the power of mindfulness, my dear Zhang. By training your mind to be fully present for those 7 minutes each day, you have cultivated a habit of awareness that spills over into every aspect of your life." Zhang bowed deeply in gratitude, forever indebted to Master Wu for this life-altering practice. From that day forward, Zhang shared the secret technique with anyone who struggled with controlling their emotions, spreading the wisdom of mindfulness far and wide. And so, the temple flourished with individuals who embraced the power of presence, forever liberated from the grip of turbulent emotions. Master Wu's teachings echoed through the mountains, reminding all who heard them that by dedicating just 7 minutes a day to mindful practice, one could gain mastery over their emotions in unimaginable ways. As word spread about Zhang's transformation and the power of the 7-minute practice, people from all walks of life flocked to the temple seeking guidance from Master Wu. The temple became a sanctuary for those burdened by uncontrollable emotions, a place where they could learn the art of mindfulness and regain control over their lives. Master Wu welcomed each new visitor with open arms and patiently taught them the practice that had changed Zhang's life. He emphasized the importance of consistency and commitment, reminding them that true transformation required daily dedication to the 7-minute meditation. One by one, the temple's inhabitants embraced this practice, committing themselves to 7 minutes of focused mindfulness each day. They discovered that the more they practiced, the more they were able to observe their emotions without being consumed by them. Their minds became clearer, their actions more intentional, and their lives more harmonious. As the temple thrived, news of its success reached the ears of neighboring communities. People began to travel from far and wide to learn the transformative practice from Master Wu. The temple became a hub of wisdom and enlightenment, attracting seekers from all corners of the world. Master Wu, with his boundless compassion, welcomed each new visitor with open arms. He shared his teachings not only with those who struggled with controlling their emotions, but also with anyone seeking inner peace and harmony. The power of the 7-minute practice spread like wildfire, touching the lives of countless individuals and communities. In time, Master Wu's teachings reached the ears of a renowned psychologist named Dr. Li. Dr. Li had dedicated her life to studying human emotions and behavior, and she was intrigued by the claims surrounding the 7-minute practice. Determined to investigate it further, she set out on a journey to the temple in search of Master Wu. When Dr. Li arrived at the temple, she was greeted by an atmosphere of serenity and tranquility. She sought an audience with Master Wu, eager to learn more about the transformative power of this simple practice. Master Wu welcomed Dr. Li into his humble abode and listened attentively as the psychologist expressed her curiosity. Dr. Li explained that she had spent years studying emotions and their impact on mental health and well-being. She was fascinated by the idea that just 7 minutes a day could provide individuals with control over their emotions. Master Wu smiled knowingly and began to share his wisdom with Dr. Li. He explained that emotions were not to be suppressed or ignored, but rather observed and understood. The 7-minute practice, he said, was a way to train the mind to be present and aware, allowing individuals to gain mastery over their emotions. Intrigued, Dr. Li asked if she could observe the temple's inhabitants as they practiced their daily meditation. Master Wu graciously agreed, and together they ventured into the heart of the temple. As they walked through the temple, Dr. Li noticed that each person had found their own unique space for meditation. Some sat in the tranquil gardens, others in the peaceful meditation halls, and a few even perched on mountain ledges. The diversity of settings intrigued Dr. Li, and she wondered if it played a role in the effectiveness of the practice. Master Wu explained that the choice of location was a personal one, as each individual resonated with different surroundings. Some found solace in the beauty of nature, while others drew inspiration from the stillness of the temple halls. The key, Master Wu emphasized, was to find a place that evoked a sense of calm and connectedness. As they observed the temple's inhabitants meditating, Dr. Li noticed a profound sense of peace and serenity in their demeanor. It was as if they had gained control over their emotions, allowing them to observe and respond rather than react impulsively. She could sense the harmony and balance radiating from each individual, and she marveled at the transformation that had taken place. After witnessing the power of the 7-minute practice firsthand, Dr. Li knew she had stumbled upon something extraordinary. She spent several weeks in the temple, interviewing its inhabitants and delving deeper into their experiences with mindfulness. Through her research, Dr. Li discovered that the 7-minute practice had far-reaching effects beyond controlling emotions. The temple's inhabitants reported improved mental well-being, increased resilience, enhanced relationships, and a deeper understanding of themselves and others. Eager to share her findings with the world, Dr. Li returned to her academic institution and began conducting rigorous scientific studies on the effects of mindfulness. Her research confirmed what Master Wu had known all along, that dedicating just 7 minutes a day to mindful practice could have profound and lasting effects on one's emotional well-being. Dr. Li published her findings in prestigious scientific journals, sparking a global interest in mindfulness and its potential to transform lives. The 7-minute practice became a widely adopted technique, embraced by individuals, schools, workplaces, and even mental health professionals. In the years that followed, countless individuals gained control over their emotions thanks to the power of the 7-minute practice. People from all walks of life experienced a newfound sense of peace, resilience, and emotional balance. Relationships flourished, mental health improved, and communities thrived as individuals learned to be fully present in each moment. Master Wu's teachings echoed through the mountains, reminding all who heard them that by dedicating just 7 minutes a day to mindful practice, one could gain mastery over their emotions in unimaginable ways. The temple became a beacon of hope and inspiration, attracting seekers from all corners of the world who longed to regain control over their emotional well-being. And so, the legacy of Master Wu and the transformative power of the 7-minute practice lived on for generations to come. The temple, nestled deep in the mountains, became a sanctuary for those seeking inner peace and emotional balance, a place where the wisdom of presence flourished. As the sun set over the temple, casting a warm glow on the surrounding mountains, the inhabitants gathered together to meditate. They closed their eyes, took deep breaths, and focused their attention on the sensation of their breath entering and leaving their bodies. In those precious 7 minutes, they found solace, clarity, and a deep connection with themselves and the world around them. And as they opened their eyes, ready to face whatever emotions may arise, they carried with them the transformative power of presence, forever liberated from the clutches of emotional turmoil.